Hey guys, and welcome back to Schneid's 15. Today we're going to do just a quick talk about exhaust for these King Quad 300s. So I've had both. The only company that I've found that offers an aftermarket exhaust for these is MBRP. It's a nice exhaust and everything. My honest opinion on them, they're fairly loud. Way louder than over stock, so if you're looking for that, perfect, there you go. If you do put one of those exhausts on, it's like anything performance, guys. Anything you touch, it changes it, especially on carbureted stuff where you don't have a computer to tell your temperatures, how to mix the fuel and everything. You're going by one jet for each stage of that carburetor. So the MBRP exhaust, if you guys know, I have my blue one. This is my gray one. The gray one always came with the MBRP exhaust, or I shouldn't say always, it did come with an MBRP exhaust. So I made sure that the guy gave me the factory exhaust with it because I always just thought that I didn't really want a loud ATV, especially on one of these. Like, I love the sound of a piped Can-Am or something, but these things, they're a little workhorse. You don't want it to be, I don't know. To me, I don't want it loud. I just want it to be practical. So this thing has always given me issues. I bought it not running. It hasn't always given me issues, I should say. It gave me issues with when I first got it. It would always have a lean pop to it and stuff, and I couldn't get it to run right. So I ended up rejetting it, putting a bigger main and a mid in, I believe, and I had to richen up the mid-range to get it to run right. And it would still, it'd get a bit lean in certain areas. I could never, I changed the jetting a few times, and you guys know how much of a pain it is to get these carburetors off. So I ended up starting to leave it. So anyways, I couldn't use the factory idle specs or anything because the MBRP exhaust was so open that it just was such a free-flowing exhaust that it didn't have any back pressure. And I know from seeing these bikes, I mean, they're at newest, this body style. At newest in any case, guys, they're about 20 years old at newest, going on to 30 for most of them. And, or 25, anyways. I've seen a lot of these factory exhausts that look like this. As you can see, my MBRP one is laying on the ground there. But, you see how that's open right there? A lot of them look like that. They rust out right here and come down. As you can see, this one's got a big hole in the bottom of it and stuff I was gonna fix up. But if you look in there, I don't know if I'll be able to get the camera to focus in there. Maybe. Anyways, there's like a turbine in there. That gives you back pressure right there. And this gives you back pressure back here. So, I just pulled this off. And don't get me wrong, I'll sell this to somebody if they want it. But I mean, if that pipe wasn't on the end, you could see straight through this thing. I might be able to get it off here. I'll grab some tools, we'll pull that off. But it's a straight flow design. Sticks out on an angle, so it echoes off of everything I find. When this is straight back, it doesn't echo. And it looks pretty sweet with that coming straight out of the middle. That's one thing that I loved about these ATVs. Obviously that one's all muddy and I'm gonna clean it all up. But I just want to say that MBRP exhaust worked fine. But if you want your King Quad to perform well, I noticed that, like, I have my blue one and the gray one to compare. So the gray one, or the blue one's all stock. This one never had the bottom end. It always, I thought maybe the tires, since they were bigger than the other one, always threw off my gearing a bit. Or not threw off my gearing, but it was just a little bit taller, so maybe that's why I didn't have the same bottom end torque. But that's not the case, guys. When I put this muffler back on, I just got done taking it for a spin. This thing has so much torque now, it's way different. Like, I couldn't even get the thing to spin the tires when I'd be low. I'd have to get it real high revving and shift, and I didn't like that at all. So now that I put the factory exhaust back on, even with the back end of it here rusted out, this thing runs way better. So, talking King Quad 300 exhaust, guys, I would suggest spending the money and getting a factory exhaust for these things if you're just using it for around here. I mean, if you want to do performance, the MBRP is great. not running down on BRP products at all. I like them. They make good products. But for this ATV, they really like the Suzuki factory exhaust. It starts up better now. When it was cold, I used to have to run it on full choke for a long time, have to get it running before I'd have to get it running and warmed up before I'd even take it for a spin, or else it would want to stall out. Now it is way different. It runs way better, even with the bigger jetting in it, actually. So I'm just gonna leave that for now and see how it runs, if it's too rich or not. But anyways, we're gonna take this exhaust, clean it up. I might get this part welded in here, or I might leave it for now. But all I can say, guys, if you have a rotted out exhaust and you're wondering why your thing is running bad, well, like if you're getting holes way back in here and stuff, it would be a good thing to patch that up. It's gonna make it run a lot better. You get a really lean condition with these factory exhausts if you don't, or with these aftermarket exhausts if you don't rejet. So I'll stop rambling on, guys, but this is just gonna be called Talking Exhaust for a 300 or something. I'll title it later. But I hope you enjoyed it, and this is just another tech tip for the 300s off of personal experience, and what's going to help you in the end. So this thing idles a lot better than before, way better. Starts better. Now it won't. Obviously it didn't start up first try since it was on camera. But yeah, there you go, guys. That's just a tech tip on the exhaust on these 300s. I hope it helps you out. And if you're thinking about going aftermarket, you can. But I imagine the majority of you guys are not looking for performance out of this thing. It's really not a performance ATV. You get gears for that. Anyways, have a good one, guys.
As always, guys, thanks for watching, and please give the channel a like and a subscribe. If my videos interest you, please click on my channel and check out my other videos.